88.1 The Burg, your music central. It is the Backyard Burn, back at you again for another Friday of news, talk, and everything goofy that we can come up with. It's your boy Shane Dog Peterson, and with me as always, you know him, you love him. It's Mr. Noah Annette. Noah, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, and I got another surprise for you, Shane.
Oh, we're starting off with the surprises again. Again, if you whatever you surprise me with, you have to wear it the whole entire show.
Well, no, because you won't be able to hear me.
Oh, okay. Well, what's the surprise, Noah? Let's see what you got. Noah's surprise segment again, everybody, where Noah decides that he wants to try to surprise me with a new outfit that he comes up with out of his closet, and oh, dear God. So, ladies and gentlemen, the first day that we had Noah surprises, he hit us with the Cat in the Hat. Yesterday, he hits us with the Buddy the Elf. Today, Noah has an Optimus Prime mask on today. Noah, please explain to me why you have the Optimus Prime mask, and try to speak with it on, because I'm telling you, you have to keep this on the whole show.
I'm not going to be able to do that. It's really lopsided. So anyways, I found this. I just remembered I had it in my closet. And when I was a kid, like, I had this big Transformers kick where I was just obsessed with everything Transformers. And I just had to have the Optimus Prime helmet.
I mean, it makes sense. I've been a big fan of the Transformers for quite some time. I used to like the old animated series. That was the one that got me juiced. They kind of ruined it for me when they didn't make Bumblebee talk, because in the cartoons, Bumblebee used to talk and he used to have an attitude, and I used to love it. But, I mean, I think we need to find a way that you should be able to wear that the whole entire time. I also love how it's just like, oh, I found this in my closet, and it seems like you just have a closet full of costumes, Noah.
It's not full of costumes.
I think you have a costume closet in your house. I'm questionable about it, because I love all these surprises, Noah. It's a little much. You need to at least have that thing hanging up in the background. Oh, gosh. Another day's starting off goofy. Noah with his surprises, hitting me with the Optimus Prime mask. If you guys can't see it, you can always see it on our YouTube page. You'll be seeing it. It'll be uploaded tomorrow, sometime Saturday, even Monday, but you'll be able to see all of Noah's goofy looks, because, Noah, this is definitely a look. The one thing that I like is that it's definitely the Optimus Prime, but I could still see your little eyes.
Yeah, you can't see my eyes through it. I used to have Darth Vader too, and that was the one that, like, I was way into.
Did you outgrow it?
Well, no.
No, it's still in the closet. I have it. It's for tomorrow.
I had to get rid of it because we had some furious lightsaber battles out in the driveway as a kid, and let's just say a lot of the lightsabers are gone too. Oh
gosh. Were you just whacking kids around with all the lightsabers? Noah, pretending?
Pretty much. Like, you know how, like, you're not supposed to fight with them? No, we did. And we broke, like, probably 8 of them.
Nice. Me and my dad, I used to be obsessed with Kingdom Hearts, and my dad has a big wood shop, so I used to convince him to make me keyblades, and I would run around fighting and doing keyblade battles with my cousin and whacking trees. But the problem is that, yeah, dude, but if you make a keyblade out of solid wood, that thing hurts when you hit somebody with it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, me and my cousins used to beat the crud out of each other with those things and just be like, we're Sora, pretending that we're all in the game, because that's just the glory of childhood, isn't it? And I love that you still keep the costumes around. I got to come see this costume closet, Noah.
It's not a costume closet. I have this, like, one thing. It's like I have this, like, drawer. It's like little cupboards, basically, and, like, in the middle of it has a bunch of belts and, like, lanyards, and then the top of it has a bunch of hats, but, like, not goofy hats, and then the bottom has, like, silly hats from when I was a kid. And
I've got it all organized. I love it.
I've tapped those. So, I'm going to have to get a little more creative next week, You know
what, Noah? I'm looking forward to it, because next week, unfortunately, is our last week of shows. Oh, It is going to be our last week of shows, but you know what? I think it would be fun, Noah. We should probably just do a cosplay episode. I'll dress up as something, and we can just do a whole bit where we just pretend to be the characters.
Oh my goodness.
I'll dress up as the gingerbread man from Shrek because I can do that person. I can do that impression the best. Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man! Yeah, that's one of my secret talents, but we're getting off the rails. We got to keep it on the tracks. 88.1 The Burg, your music central here in the backyard burn. It's your boy Shane Dog Peterson, and with me, as always, Noah Annette. Noah, we had a lot of stuff to cover yesterday that we didn't get caught up to, and I needed to bring this one up because you're a Nirvana fan, correct?
Yeah, kind of. It's a love-hate relationship.
It's a love-hate relationship. I mean, I'm not from the Pacific Northwest, so I've always just kind of been lured by Nirvana and loved the music itself. But a big artifact from Nirvana has come to auction that I wanted to bring to everybody's attention. Kurt Covain's guitar, the 1959 Martin D18E, which is the guitar that he used on the New York set of the MTV Unplugged. And that guitar is one of the most noted guitars in all of the best performances that Nirvana's ever done. And it is going into auction, folks. And the starting estimate for this guitar is $1 million.
It sounds about right.
Yeah, right. I mean, the thing is if it's starting at $1 million, I am curious to see how much more it will go up.
Way more. People are obsessed with Kurt Cobain and Nirvana. See, like, here's something about this. You got a person like Dave Grohl, and he's just gonna shell it out and get it. Like he's all into like the music memorabilia stuff, and like he even bought like an old recording studio. Like this, the person I see buying it.
He bought the board from Sound City in Seattle, which that board that he bought was the board that made so many amazing records. Some of the first Nirvana, Nevermind Nirvana was recorded on that board that Dave Grohl bought. Master of Puppets from Metallica was recorded on that board. That thing is
all of Tom Petty's music that was good. All of Fleetwood Mac's music that was good. I mean, everything was recorded on that board.
And that board, I forget how much Dave Grohl bought it. I watched a documentary about him explaining the process of buying it and putting it in his home. But that thing's crazy. Some of these artifacts for some of these rock guys, I want to collect it. I think it's one of the coolest things to collect, but it comes at a cost. The cardigan that Kurt Cobain wore in his MTV Unplugged performance, the same performance where this guitar is coming from, that cardigan that he wore sold for a record $334,000 for a dirty cardigan sweater.
Well, if just the sweater went for that, like this guitar is going to go ridiculously high.
If you could have one piece of rock and roll history, what would you have? Like if you could have, a guitar from one famous band or an autograph or a picture or anything, just a piece of artifact from one of your favorite bands, what would you want?
This is like hard because I like a lot of bands. It's like not an easy question. I think it would have to be from AC/DC, and I think it would have to be one of their hats with all of their signatures on it, just like one of those little caps with all the signatures on it, because I think it wouldn't be too hard to transport. I don't want something big and heavy or something that I want to hang on my wall. I want something that like I could put in a little case and, maybe get like a little glass case for it and put it on a little pedestal. And I think AC/DC was probably the most important band to me growing up. It'd be more cool for me and my dad to see something like that than one of these other bands. I think that's what we probably listen to the most.
Righteous. I have always thought about this. I would either want like a really old flyer from like a really notorious punk gig from, like a place like CBGB's. That's a really famous venue in New York City. But
yeah, CBGB's.
I would, though, I think if I could have anything from rock and roll history, my favorite band's called The Descendants. Their lead singer is this guy named Milo Ackerman, and he is a punk rock singer and also a scientist. He would give up touring for certain parts of the year, and he would go get his master's and his PhD in environmental chemistry. Very smart dude, but the thing was that he's like one of the most famous punk rock frontmen, but he wore like these big dorky glasses. I would want a pair of Milo's glasses.
I got to tell you how I know about CBGBs. This is just kind of funny. So last summer, I binge watched all Gilmore Girls with the mom, and it's like 7 seasons. It's a lot. But anyway, CBGBs is in that show.
Really?
Yeah, they were one of the characters is like supposed to play there, and then like it doesn't work out. It's like early season, so I don't feel free. Well, and the show's been out forever, so I mean, all the spoilers are out now. But yeah, they were supposed to perform at CBGB's, and they like go and like talk about all the bands while they're in there, and then they'd end up never playing there.
That is one of the coolest venues ever. That's where the Ramones started playing.
Oh yeah, the Ramones.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. 88.1 The Burg, your music central. You're in the burn with your boy Shane Dog Peterson and Noah Annette. And Noah, we always see all this stuff, and there's always drama going on in the sports world. But since there's not a lot of sports going on, we see a lot of the bad side of some of these athletes' lives. And this one comes straight from New York City, where you know who Mr. Aaron Judge is, right? You being the sportsman that you are.
Yes, he's a big man, and I don't mean to point. I don't know why, but I fixate on teeth sometimes, and the dude does not have the straightest teeth, and I don't think anyone else really talks about it, but I do.
Oh boy. He might have a messed up grill, but some people do have that messed up grill, and it's kind of like their staple. Like Michael Strahan, he's got that tooth gap, and that thing rocks.
Yeah, it bothers me, man. I don't know what's going on. Like, I think teeth are a big deal for me. It's like, I don't know why, but they just are.
Yeah, I can imagine. He does have kind of a weird grill, but this news is coming from us from TMZ out of Scottsdale, Arizona. Aaron Judge's girlfriend gets arrested for a DUI while drunken driving in February. Actually, this happened a while ago, but the video has just been released. When she was arrested, there's body cam footage from the police officers arresting her after being obviously intoxicated. She blew a .12, which is way over the legal limit. So she, she just goes, I just need to get home. That's what she's telling the officer. She's like, yeah, I just need to get home. And they're like, yeah, well, you're not going home. You're going, you're getting booked tonight. And then she adds, do you know who my boyfriend is? Yikes. Like, how do you respond to that?
No, but you're going anyway.
Yeah, my favorite thing would be like if she was like, do you know who my boyfriend is? And be like, no, he's all Aaron Judge. And I'd be like, oh, cool, I'm a Red Sox fan. That's what I would have just said.
Well, it's a nice red cell tonight. Whoa!
Oh my gosh. I mean, dude, the DUI stuff it's such a big bummer for so many people. And it's, it's one of those things where it's a bummer, but it's like you did it to yourself, guy. And it's bad. It's so bad. And especially when you try to make excuses and try to talk your way out of one. Like, there's no way of talking your way out of one. The breathalyzer does not lie, and the rules are rules. But, I mean, if you're going to get in trouble, don't be name dropping your boyfriend, even if he is, one of the home run champions and a big bad boy for the New York Yankees. You know what I mean? Like, don't be dropping that.
Well, and like right now, there are so many athletes like just getting in trouble right now. It's like, does he really need that press? Like for someone that's actually following the rules here,
Yeah, he's not doing anything stupid. Yeah, why? This is just completely if he's still with her, a question. There's so many people that are together with their significant others that it just blows my mind that I'm just like, why would you subject yourself to some of the drama and the excruciating stupidity that comes from some of these people? You know,
Yeah.
whether you're a man or a woman, some people just they aren't a good match. And you know, they might be even a great match, but you know what, if you're a great match and you love your boyfriend so much, why are you trying to use his name to better yourself? Like, what does that say about you?
Exactly.
Better your situation because, oh, your boyfriend is really good at hitting a ball with a piece of wood. Like, that's
Well,
basically all that you're saying.
I'm not gonna sing the song, but there's a Kanye West song that perfectly describes this moment, and I think we can all realize what this song is, and that's where I'm gonna leave it.
She gives me money
Yes.
when I'm in need. Well, she's a kind and loving me. Oh yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Whew.
Yeah, that's all we need to say.
That's all we need to say. Oh man. Well, guys, this is all some craziness. And remember, if you guys are going to be getting behind the wheel, make sure that you know what you're doing. Make sure that you are not intoxicated. And make sure that if your boyfriend is a professional baseball player, that you don't name drop him, because that's just rude. 88 won the Burg. You know where it is. It's your Music Central here in the backyard burn. And with me is Noah. And Noah, as you all know, is our resident TV and video game expert, big streamer on our Twitch site. You can find us at 881 The Burg. But Noah, you started and completed a game in one day.
Yeah. Oh, also, I'm plug my stream playing on. I'm gonna play League on Saturday, and I played Zaya yesterday. Actually, I forgot to talk about this at the breaks. I played Zaya, and she's like this bird lady, and she throws feathers. That's like how she attacks. So she throws feathers, and what's cool is like they stack up when you keep throwing them like at your enemy. And so then eventually you press your E, and then all the feathers come back, and it does like critical damage to the enemies if they're in front of the feathers when they come back to you. So I had never played before, and I popped off. I was really disappointed that I was not streaming during that game.
Well, you got to keep the streams coming. We need you to stream, Noah.
I know. It's just that sometimes I just, I don't want the added pressure of doing well on the stream, and then we'll play some casual.
Well, you know what? We're all supporting you, Noah. But what game did you start and finish yesterday?
So I played Halo 3 ODST. It's an expansion on Halo 3 that was originally just supposed to be like a DLC, but they made it into a full game because it was like so big. And I don't know if Nathan Fillion's in it. There's a guy that looks surprisingly like Nathan Fillion in it. But anyways, I have always played it and never finished it because it has a really odd mechanic of how you do the level select in it. And basically, I just went and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to finish the whole thing start to finish. And I didn't glitch out and like overheat. Like there's been a lot of problems with me in this game. And what was really cool about it was I did not expect the ending to go the way that it did. And it's also like one of those Halo games that's a little different. You don't just have shields that recharge. You have to find health packs everywhere. And there's like different things that are exclusive to only that game. But I had a really good time playing it. I was really disappointed because there was an achievement where you could find a flamethrower. I did not find it. And I was like, well, that sucks. I would have burned all the aliens with the flamethrower. That's lame. And but other than that, it was a good little playthrough. I think it took me 4 hours.
4 hours?
Maybe 3-4 hours. Like I beat the whole thing in that amount of time. It was not very long.
Wow, that's impressive. I can't even sit down and play. Yeah. Well, my problem is when I do sit down and I get into story mode game, because I'm a story mode guy. So when I get in some of these games, dude, I'll sit down for like 8 hours. And then I realize I'm like, I can't be playing video games because I'll just be doing this. And
Yeah.
to be able to complete something in 4 hours, because you've obviously played it before, so you just did like a whole rampage through the whole entire game.
Well, I'd only played the first half. There were a bunch of levels I hadn't played before, but I just kind of steamrolled. I was just going, and like you could tell, like the times that I was like dying in the game was like when I was steamrolling too hard into it, because I was like charging a brute with a gravity hammer, and that's just not smart. Like he just blows you off the map.
Hitting him with the gravity hammer. What's the gun that they have that walks around the person's arms that shoots the crystals? What's that?
Oh, the Needler.
The Needler. Yeah, I like that thing. That thing's pretty
I
sweet.
every time there was a Needler, I picked that weapon up. I literally just blew everyone up with the Needler. It was really funny, because all the little aliens, I forget what they're called. I think they're grunts. They just kept having Needlers, so you just keep getting free ammo refills. Because part of the game that makes it hard in this version is that there's a scarcity of ammo, and in the part where it's nighttime at the city, you have to have the same weapons carried out throughout the game. So like you have to find your resources, which makes it way different than any other Halo game. Normally in a Halo game, you kind of get something to start and then you find whatever you want throughout the map. But this one, there was just very limited weapons, limited ammo, and you're just going into situations where the enemy doesn't even have a weapon sometimes. Sometimes they just have grenades, and just makes it really difficult. But it was a good game. Good time.
I have never been able to beat a game in a single day. I commend you for that, and I don't know many people who have been able to do that. But I mean, there's some serious gamers out there, and I hope that some people out here who are listening also understand the whole entire Halo thing, because the Halo is a complicated game. It's not an easy game.
Well, it's all right.
To me, it's okay.
I don't think it's a hard game. I think I was playing on like a kind of a middle of the road difficulty, so it can be harder than I made it. But yeah, it's not super easy. There's definitely challenging moments. But I'm in high school, I was known to like beat games pretty quickly. I beat huge games like GTA 5 pretty quick. I don't want to put a number on there because I don't remember anymore. But a lot of games I beat fairly quickly. I know Red Dead Redemption, I was so shocked when the game ended because I was taking my time with it. And I think I only spent like a couple hours like playing the main story, and I was really bummed out when I finished it. But anyways, so I played that game, had a really good time. And there's one quick little story I want to talk about. So my mom's been in denial about getting this iPad for a while, and she got a new iPad yesterday at the old Costco, and she was really thrilled because she's always uses a tablet, like that's her deal, and she needed a new one, but she hadn't gotten a new one for 10 years. So like her tablet didn't even do updates anymore and couldn't even process apps. So it was about time. It's like my parents with technology. They just never want to upgrade anything. So I just had to plug that in there. Sometimes,
I have the same problem with my parents. You got to keep the technology updated to be able to do your work. If you got some bad equipment, it's going to bring some bad results, whether you're gaming, doing research, or you're on your iPad doing your thing.
And I'm not saying you need top of the line, but I'm just saying try to be with the times a little bit. Like, technology, I understand, can move very, very fast, but also at other times, like I just think that, like, in my opinion, there's certain things you need to be able to like operate like a lot of daily life things now. Just in general, I think that's how I look at it. But yeah, that's my little plug on, like, if you're thinking about getting something like that, then I say make the plunge.
Young or old, new or new, now you know. 88 won the Burg, your music central. It is the end of the backyard burn. The fire's getting low. And you know who's supposed to be there first. It's the dogs. It's your boy Shane, Dog Peterson, and Noah Annette. Noah, we've been friends for about the past 2 years. We've been able to work at the Burg, and today marks the 1 week left of us to be able to sit here and be goofballs and talk about basically whatever we want here on the backyard burn. And it's been fun, man. Have you, I know you've probably been enjoying this as much as I have, but we got one more week to rule them all.
Yeah, honestly, geez, now we're in Lord of the Rings. I know nothing about that. Honestly, I haven't even finished the movies.
I haven't watched any of them. I just know the phrase.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I've seen the first two. They're just, I couldn't finish the third one. I don't know. Maybe they were too long. Anyways, yeah, I've been having a good time. I think it's something that just, I don't know. I would say like this is kind of like my sanity of the day. Like it just keeps me like on my toes, and it just I would say like this for me is like kind of like it's fun, yet it's also something that like I just know it's gonna happen. It's like most of the week, and it's kind of like it's like my unwinding activity of the morning.
I love it. Usually when I come here and do this show, it's usually the beginning of my day ramping up and the anxiety coming to cripple me and make me sad. But I keep it all together. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I had to take that dark jab. I'm sorry.
I'm depressed on the inside, and no.
I'm keeping it together on the outside, but inside I'm dying. No, not really. Not really. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm keeping it all together. All things are positive. This pandemic thing has thrown everything off, but the fact that we've still been able to come together and make content and just have fun. I mean, some people listen to us, and all the people that do listen to us and listen to our blabber, we appreciate you. I mean, I could imagine sometimes some of the stuff we talk about, you might want to just like, turn it off or walk away. But some people still listen and people care, and we appreciate all the stuff that we've been doing. And another thing that you need to do is you need to go onto all of our social medias and check us out at 881 The Burg. And also, we talked about Noah's mom getting that new iPad. If you got that iPad, folks, you know what else that iPad comes with? It has an app store. And if you go to that app store and you look up 881 The Burg, we got our app there, folks. I'm pressuring it every single day. You're going to download it. You'll need it if you want to listen to everything 88.1 all day, every day, 24 hours from anywhere in the planet.
Of course. And I'm plugging the stream again because I want to.
No, do it. No, seriously.
88 The Burg on Twitch. It's going to be at 11:30 at night on Saturday because that is when I like to do it. I like the late night streams. Probably going to play about 3 games, and I'm playing Zaya because Zaya is too much fun.
And you all should go to the Twitch, because if I'm up, I will definitely hop on that Twitch chat, and I will definitely, shoot some words of encouragement your way, Noah. We've got Twitch now. We've got Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We've also got YouTube, and let's not forget, you can go check out our first 88.1 The Burg TikTok with me and Mr. Will Ortner.
Yeah, I saw that the other day. It was a hoot and a holler.
Yeah, we started our dance challenges, and then he decided not to take my challenge, and we've decided to come to a truce because we are brothers in dance. So
yeah, you two are something on there. I'll give you that.
Yeah, me and Will can cut a rug.
It is worth a look. I will say it is a worthy look.